I recently had the experience of doing nothing. Not like it was the first time in my life, but it was the first time in a while that I intentionally did nothing. And it was awesome. So I'm making this video to remind myself and you that if you're feeling the need to fill every single moment of your day with a productive activity, to always be working on your to do list and accomplishing some task, that it's okay to take a break. Not just okay, but it's important to. And you need to, and you don't need to feel guilty about it. So, anybody who knows me knows I've always been a very productive, organized person, always working on my to do list. I have always told people I've never been bored because there's always something to do. I always seem to have like a never ending to do list. Um, Sometimes it's like, chores and regular everyday life management stuff, but there's always this long list of books I want to read, things I want to try, places I want to go. So for me, like I don't get bored because there's a lots to do and lots I want to do. And at this stage of my life, at 52, I turned 52 a couple days ago. I really thought I was going to have it more figured out. I don't know if you can relate. Thought you were gonna have it more figured out. Um, and I guess just more set, but that's not how life works. And certainly I've got a ton of wisdom after 52 years on this planet, but still plenty to learn and grow. So, yeah, I've always been the person that's working on my to-do list. And especially because I had moved to Peru for a few years and came back to the States and pretty much I'm starting life over again at this age. It's been I felt this need to like make up for lost time and get everything done as quickly as possible. And that's not how it works. For a while now, I've had a hard time with just giving myself a true rest day, a true break. Like I would tell myself I'm going to take a break, but I'm going to spend the day in spiritual practice and meditation and, do breath work and just like always trying to better myself, always trying to learn and grow and use the time that is available to me to help myself be the best person I could be. And that's admirable. And I'm sure some of you can relate to that. But sometimes you just need to stop trying, you know? And but very intentionally. So a couple days ago, I woke up, and one of those days was my birthday, actually. Um, I woke up and I just didn't want to do anything. And that is not like me. I didn't want to cook. I enjoy cooking, and I often feel compelled to cook and clean just because it's my personality. I like things to be clean, and I love a good home cooked meal. I didn't want to do anything. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to lay down and meditate or listen to some hypnosis. Again, like I just need to better myself in all the minutes available to me, right? So I couldn't. I couldn't even focus. It was like my brain was super foggy and melty, but not in a bad way. Not like something was wrong, but like it was like my higher self, my inner soul was like, no, you are not going to sit here and be productive today. You are not going to use this time to check off another thing on your list. And it just wouldn't let me. So I laid there because this was like really unusual for me to feel like not doing anything. Like, usually, even if I don't feel like doing mental work, I'll do chores, I'll do other kinds of things because I do enjoy being productive and being occupied. Um, but I couldn't manage to do anything. I didn't want to do anything. So I decided, it was like the middle of the day. And I was like, okay, I'm going to lay down. Like, I couldn't work on the computer, nothing. So I decided to lay down And I closed my eyes and really just felt into the spirit world and guidance from my guides. And I asked them, how should I use this time? And they said, just be. And they said it over and over again. Just be. Just be. So I couldn't even listen to one of my hypnoses. I couldn't meditate, like not even just because they gave me that guidance, but my mind couldn't like couldn't formulate like the thoughts to make those things happen. I just couldn't. I just had to lay there and be. And I stared at the back of my eyelids for about 20 minutes before I fell asleep. But I laid there and I was just like, okay, I'm just going to be. And I did actually say to myself, um, I'm just going to create space to allow whatever needs to happen to happen. So I was very, at that point, aware that I needed to intentionally take this pause. And so I did. And I lay there for about 20 minutes before I fell asleep. I woke up about an hour later. And I was like, okay, I had an afternoon nap. I'm up. I should be ready to go. No, I was not. I couldn't do anything. I just couldn't make myself do anything. Um, I had like chicken ready to cook. Couldn't even cook it. Couldn't make myself cook. And I cook at the drop of a hat. I enjoy cooking. Like I said, I love making healthy food. Couldn't cook. Um, my partner ended up ordering in, and I was so delighted, like not to like lift a finger. And so I couldn't even tell you what I did that day. Like, I'm not sure what I did. I somehow passed a whole day doing nothing. I did take a nap. And that was like that felt good. And my partner was really supportive because he's like, sometimes you just need to take a break because he knows how I can be. Just like I really try to make use of every moment of every day. So that was day one. And then the next day, I woke up feeling more of the same. I thought I took a break for a day. I should wake up the next day ready to go. Um, I was not, and I still couldn't do anything on the computer. I couldn't make myself do chores. Couldn't work on my to-do list. Couldn't like just the long list of things that I could have been doing in 2 days of doing nothing. Couldn't tackle any of it. Didn't want to. Again, I couldn't meditate. I couldn't listen to a hypnosis. I laid down around the middle of the day, took a lovely nap, um, woke up from it, and did more nothing. Um, at some point, I did my partner and I did work on our vision boards, which is something I did want to do. So that was a really a good activity. But that was only 2 hours, and so I don't know where the day went. The days, 2 days in a row of doing nothing. Um, if you are an overachiever, or honestly, you don't have to be an overachiever. All you gotta be is a woman in 2026. Then like so much falls on us to do and to take care of and to figure out. And whether you're single or you have a partner or a family, just somehow, no offense to the men, but in general, a lot of women seem to do like, I don't know, 3 times as much as the man and still like function and get it done. And so anyway, I didn't do anything for the second day. And on the second day, my partner said to me, he was like, sometimes you just need to hang out. I was like, oh. He was like, remember when we used to hang out? I was like, wow. Like literally just not do anything, just be. And I remembered how good it feels to just hang out and to just be, to take an afternoon nap, even if you have a long list of things to do. It's just, oh my God. What I'm trying to tell you is take a break. Um, take a break and allow yourself to just be. You don't have to listen to music or a podcast. In fact, it's so wonderful to just be and like take a break from all the stimulation. That's, I think, part of what the message I was being told was to just take a break from all the stimulation, the activity, the thought, thinking, the planning, which is something I'm always doing. And so I did. And I got to tell you, it really restored my soul. Like it really restored me. I didn't really feel it at the time. I was just like, I'm not doing anything and that feels good. And I can't even make myself do anything. So I'm just going to be okay with it. But the next day I woke up and I felt restored, recharged. I was hungry to do things in a way that hadn't felt for a while. So often it's really easy when you're always doing things. You're in a routine of doing things and getting things done. But like I woke up like ready to get after the day. Got to the gym early, got a great workout, head clear, body feeling good, and just like, okay, I'm gonna do some stuff today. And that's what I did. I had a really great day uh, with lots of like really clear thinking. I feel like the space gave me um, space to reflect. So that on the third day when I finally got back to work, I did some journaling, which was really insightful for me. I was able to recognize some big shifts I've made in my thinking, but it couldn't have happened if I didn't just take space. Like sometimes you just need to take space. And I think it's even better. Like it doesn't always have to be um, like I said, a meditation or making yourself go and do something. Once, even though I didn't plan to take that pause, once I realized what was happening and chose not to fight it and struggle with it, like I could have done what I have done many times, which is I'm not feeling it, but I'm going to sit down at this computer and work. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you got to cook and clean and do chores and do whatever it is you got to do, even when you don't feel like it. That's real. But sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you can just honor how you feel and take a pause. So that's what I did. I paused for 2 days and it felt amazing. So I'm telling you to take a pause. I'm telling you, you need a break. You need a break that doesn't have every moment planned. It's not a break of scrolling on your phone. It's not a break of maybe you could read a book if that's what really appeals to you, but not with the intention of being productive. Like I need to work on my course, because I got courses I need to work on. Um, but to take a break, to truly just nurture yourself and to just create space. We need space in our lives. Like we live in a world of constant stimulation, distraction, an unending to-do list, and a need to be productive all the time. And sometimes the antidote to all of that is to do nothing, to rebel and just do nothing and just be. And if you could do that without the guilt, you're getting all the benefits of that period of recharging your body, your soul, your mind, your energetic field. Like we need space. We need quiet space to just be without trying to accomplish anything. So I wanted to share my experience because I know that especially for women and especially women in midlife, like we don't give ourselves enough of a break. But, I've been really thinking about midlife as a renaissance, as a rebirth, a literal rebirth for us as women, um, where we finally can integrate the wisdom of these decades that we've lived, all the experiences we've had, the wonderful things that have happened, the challenges we've learned from. And part of that lesson, for me, and maybe for you too, is realizing that it's okay to just take a break. The to do list is not going anywhere. Missing a day or a half a day, however long you can do it for, it doesn't, the length of time doesn't matter, but it's just about really letting yourself get the full benefit of a pause by truly just being. Just being. That's it. Stop doing and just be. The takeaway I got for you is just be and be good with it. Let yourself be good with it. Practice being good with it. Maybe at first it's hard for you, and maybe with practice it'll get easier. So that's what I got for today. I'm Deborah, and this is Elevated Energy, where I talk about spirituality, personal growth, and midlife. And if anything I've shared with you today resonates with you, then please like, subscribe, and share. And I would like to hear from you. What is the challenge you face to just being? What's stopping you from taking time to just be? And how can you overcome that challenge so that you can find time to just be?